You know, I'm kind of happy my videos haven't gotten that many views yet. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. Welcome to my channel. I'm Alexis, founder, crafter, and creator of Wider Beauty. And I don't have that many subscribers on YouTube. I don't have a huge following at all. And I'm kind of happy about that, at least for the time being, for where I am currently in my business. Let me explain. Wider Beauty is actually a reborn business. What I mean by that is this is my second go around with trying to make Wider Beauty come to life. This time it's a product-based business. I sell handmade satin bonnets, scrunchies, and soon to be some other products. For the last almost 5 years, I have been doing haircuts as my chosen specialty in the field of cosmetology. I've been a licensed cosmetologist officially since 2020. Well, 2021, because the pandemic did kind of slow the process down, but I did start officially cutting hair and getting my experience in 2020. So it was a service-based business. I worked at a salon for 2 years, and this was like a corporate-based, like a franchised salon. Then I went off, did my own thing for a year and a half, and then earlier this year in 2024, I moved. But I actually decided to go back to where I started, which was at the salon that I originally started working at when I first got out of school, just a different location. So I have enjoyed cutting hair along the way. I've done some makeup here and there too, and I've even worked some trade shows or craft shows and things like that in the past few years, and I'm so grateful for that experience. But I just felt like wanting to stick to the Wider Beauty name and what I was providing, they didn't quite align. And I wanted to sit on it, kind of allow myself some time to make sure that I was making a good decision for myself and my business by choosing to basically bring it back to life as a product-based business. And I've given myself a lot of leeway to what type of products I sell, making sure I'm not beating myself up because I'm only selling this one type of thing or this, type of thing, and giving myself that leeway is good for my mental health, just because, I would literally, like, a long time ago, I would beat myself up if I didn't reach certain goals at certain times. And it's not the case. Like, I have to, or what I've had to teach myself is it's okay to not reach the milestone when I want to, but to not give up on the milestones. Whew, I'm sorry guys, this wasn't really a planned video. I may seem all over the place, but for those of you that this video is for, I'm glad you're here and I hope you stick it out all the way through. So like I was saying before, this business has been reborn officially as Wider Beauty. Now, one of the reasons that I'm glad that my videos aren't getting pushed or seen or shared or whatever the case is right now is because I am still in the perfecting stages of it. While I feel like the craft is there and I like the quality of my products, there's always room for improvement, for one. And for two, I want to add more items, but I don't want to add so much that I'm trying to hurry up and sell. Like, I have to sell when I want it to just happen naturally. So I am glad because I'm not overwhelmed right now, okay? I am a one-woman show. So it feels good to kind of ease into it. I've heard a lot of stories of like the whole overnight success thing, and that's fantastic, but I don't want to get to a point to where it's happening so fast I can't keep up. And so I'm kind of glad that I've gotten like a slower start to things. Another reason that I'm kind of glad that I don't know, like haven't like blown up on YouTube or anything is because I'm still trying to figure out my style, like my editing style and things like that, and try to make sure I'm planning accordingly, try to make sure I'm not too sleepy to get things done. Like, it doesn't sound like a ton of things, but everyone is different. Everyone's body is different. I do work full-time job. I'm working on getting my hours slightly reduced, not that much, but to where I can have at least those mornings a little more available so that I can focus on my small business. So for anyone that's been on this journey here on YouTube since the beginning, I am beyond grateful for you. And for anyone who's just joining the bandwagon, I'm grateful for you too. I've like, I don't want to call it a mistake, but something that I did, or thinking that, oh, this is gonna get me to what I want or help me see the results I want to see, is by not focusing on social media. I know about social media. We know that we need social media to thrive, especially if we're trying to like have these online businesses. But for whatever reason, and I know I'm not the only person, for whatever reason, I was like, okay, maybe I can make it work with just YouTube and Pinterest. Well, I'll tell you how that's going. So with YouTube, as of right now, I have 3 subscribers, and I first started uploading about a month ago. Now with the Pinterest and how that's going for me is I actually started this Pinterest like a couple years ago when I was originally doing my haircut business. And all I did was pretty much wipe any old content that I created because it just doesn't really align with what I'm doing now. And I just started fresh like a couple weeks ago. So my page, and I should have pulled up my analytics before I made this video, but I didn't really plan it. I'm just sitting here chit-chatting with you all. So I do know that I've gotten a ton of impressions on the like 5-6 pins that I do have on that account, which means that what I am creating and the keywords that I'm using are being searched and people are looking for that. However, I've noticed that some people have clicked on a few of the pins, which means they're interested in my items, but when I click on those items, they go to a 404 page, like an error page, which lets me know that at least for 2 weeks I had my pins linked to a non-working website page. So that brings me to my next point. I'm kind of glad that my videos aren't being watched that much, at least right now, because I was actually using Google Sites and I was doing like a Stripe integration as my payment platform. I think this was a great way for me to kind of get my feet wet, dabble in, playing around with the website. I don't think it'll be a good long-term solution as far as running my e-commerce platform, but this time I stepped out of my comfort zone and I decided to create a Shopify account. It is still being built right now, still working out the kinks, but the goal is to, once I get that set up, or at least like the basics set up, I'll make that site live and of course add it here. By the time this video goes up, the site should be like semi-done, or at least like the basics done, so I can go back to those Pinterest pins and change the links to the Shopify product links. That way people won't get an error page anymore, because one thing that the Pinterest fail kind of showed me is that people are interested in what I'm selling. They are searching for what I'm selling and creating, and I just have to make sure they have the proper channels to go through to get the product. So that was like a little learning lesson that I didn't realize I needed, but I'm glad it happened because now I know for the future. So like I mentioned, I was only using YouTube and Pinterest, and the issues with that is, you know, YouTube and Pinterest, especially YouTube, are the long game, okay? They're the long game, and that's what I want. That's why I chose that to begin with, and to get myself back into the habit of trying to like create on a regular basis. I did create an Instagram account, and I had a Facebook account for the haircut business. I basically wiped it so that I could keep using it because I do have some followers on there, and I was like, you know, it's only 100 followers. It's okay. Like, I'm sure people won't mind if they see like a complete change in the content. I am going to start posting, you know, I already post behind the scenes here on YouTube, For Pinterest, I post like kind of some product photos and soon to be like selfies and just people modeling it, because that's what I've noticed has worked on that platform. For Instagram, I know that Instagram is pushing more reels, but to still sprinkle in some carousels and photos there as well. And with Facebook, I really want to grow a community there, because I feel like my target audience, besides Instagram, I feel like they are probably heavy Facebook users. So, you know, the goal is to start doing some markets this fall, or at least this winter, because I do feel like I translate better in person. I don't know. I just feel like, and there's nothing wrong with online. I mean, I think we all need to be online in some capacity, but I feel like my personality, I don't know, I think it just translates better in person. So I am looking so forward to doing some potential markets and starting the research and reaching out to different hosts and things like that to get the ball rolling on that. I look at literally every little, I don't want to call it a failure, but every hiccup along the way as a reason to just revise. Like, just make a couple tweaks here and there and see what happens. But I don't believe in giving up on it. And like I said, I didn't really plan this video out. I'm just like talking because I want to be more transparent. I want to just, show you guys what I'm up to, what I'm thinking about. And soon to be more like small business tutorials and things like that, just as I get more comfortable with the things that I'm integrating into my business and as I grow as a small business owner. So I know this video was a little all over the place, but I said all this to say thank you so much for your support. If you feel like you know someone who could benefit from this video, or hopefully be encouraged, or just maybe they're kind of in a similar spot as me and just want to like connect with somebody that, understands how they feel, like share this video with them. But other than that, thank you so much for sticking around. If you made it to the end of this video, please give me a like, a subscribe, turn your notifications on, share. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye.